highlight from your luncheon? Like, who were you sitting by? Did anyone spill their wine? Like, what was the experience?
I was trying hard not to spill any on my dress, I think, because I'm such a butterfingered person. But from my table, I could see Will Smith dancing, and as he walked around with the DJ,
Rintu's heart started dancing.
Because
so,
when we were nominated, and I looked at the other names, that was the one name I wanted to meet in person. So when I saw him just like waltzing like that, I was like, okay, great. So when we finally walked up to him and how easy he was to talk to, and we took a selfie, honestly, like I had my star, I think, moment.
Oh yeah, it was Javier Bardem for me. I've admired his work for a while, and so, so my friend, like my best friend, was just like, if you're over there, I bet you can't take a selfie with him because you're so shy. And I just walked up to Javier and I was like, my friends challenged me. He's like, oh, for a selfie? Of course, let's do it. And then we had a quiet conversation about like his work from like before he came into Hollywood, and I think that's the thing. Like, it was so easy, it was so relaxed. The stars are not stars; they're flesh and blood. You know, it's just another person. So yeah, it was beautiful.
I did lose the earring, by the way. I did lose the earring. The most fun was walking in with Will and dancing, because he was dancing. I was like, yo, you know, let's get this party started, you know. That was fun. I haven't been to a party in a very long time. So anywhere where there's music and space, I'm taking advantage.
So I was sitting with my husband and with Steven Spielberg, whom I know for over 20 years, and we love him so much. He's such a kind man, and we admire him so much. And with some friends that were there with us, and it's always a very special event, the Nominees Luncheon, because you get to see so many people some that you don't know and you admire and you want to meet, and others that you've worked with maybe years ago and you haven't seen, or others that are friends and you see all the time. And it's always a very, very cool thing.
I sat in the heart of the action. I got to sit with Will Packer. Will Packer's son, which they look like brothers, so that's why I had to do air quotes, because I was like trying to figure out the DNA situation where how can you give birth to your own twin. Denzel Washington also sat at our table, and you know, Denzel was the perfect coach, you know, because this is like the maybe the fourth or fifth time that he's sort of done this round, and you know, he's basically just talking about this 30 years of kind of doing this racetrack thing and teaching me the ropes. It was great.
Well, you know, I really love Jessica Chastain. I thought she was amazing in the eyes of Tammy Faye. I don't look at any of this actually as a real competition, especially at this point. And so, you know, I think Olivia and Jessica and Penelope, and I mean, and there's so many beautiful performances. So anyway, Jessica was, and she's also about to do a movie with my husband, whose birthday it is today. And so Jessica was sitting at our table, which was nice, really nice. And in fact, when they did the thing where they have you in groups go and stand on the stage, Jessica, well, so they started doing that and we didn't really know what was happening, and they like said a couple of names and we were like, oh, I have a chocolate cake in my mouth, and hold on, let me just fix my, are we supposed to go up there? And then they just call her name and I was like, oh God, oh, she's first. And then next is me. So I'm like, but so happy to stand next to her.
Jessica Chastain was sitting right next to me. So it was really amazing. I got to talk to Andrew Garfield, who I've always been a big fan of. And amazing thing is when I went up and introduced myself, he said, oh, you made the Yak movie. And I said, yeah, I did. And he said, I love Bhutan. I've visited Bhutan and I wish to go back again. So, you know, that was really amazing.
I think I heard your son got a picture with him, or what?
Yeah, actually, the story is when, you know, when we got nominated, all of us were really happy, excited, screaming. And then my son, he didn't really care too much, you know. He's 8. He doesn't realize the significance of the Oscars. But then he said, who else is nominated? And I said, oh, Andrew Garfield is. And he said, oh, Spider-Man. And I said, yeah. So he said that the only reason he wanted to come here was not for me, not for the movie, but to meet Andrew Garfield. And luckily today, because Andrew is so kind, he met my son and my daughter and took photos with them. So it was very sweet.